Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 of 10p coins we're going to be hunting through, looking for alphabet 10p's, ideally 2019 dated ones. We've never completed the 2019 book, but we're close. So far, out of the whole alphabet, we have A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V, W, and X. So 5 to go, but 2019 dated ones are so hard to find. We've got another 2018 book to see if we can finish this. This is my third book, and again, we're very close to completing this one. We need the letter D, J, and R. So any of those would be very nice. Right, let's get into these bags and see what we find today. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be responding to some recent comments left on my videos. If you'd like to get a comment to me or a question, just leave it on one of my recent videos. If you get a random love and like from me but no reply, then I've probably taken a screenshot of it and will use it in a future 10p Q&A. But if you ask me a question I've been asked a bazillion times, it might not get picked, so there we go. Okay, the happy picker says, great video man, love your vids as they really relax me, but I was wondering what's the appeal of going to the mint was. That actually looks really cool. I really fancy a visit now, thanks dude. Well, you are welcome. So yes, again, for those that haven't been, I think if you're watching one of my videos, especially one of these 10p videos where I'm just waffling on looking for alphabet 10p's, I think you're going to really enjoy going to the Royal Mint experience. Will you enjoy going as many times as I have? Maybe not, but no, I like going down. The key driver for me is Strike Your Owns. I love Strike Your Owns. I love getting the new one. I'm very excited for the next one, the Monopoly 50p, that's going to be unique to Strike Your Own. It's a different design from the one that's already been released that you could buy. So yeah, that's a real driver. Another driver is getting to meet subscribers, viewers, friends, people who are who regularly come down to the Royal Mint experience when I go and say hi. That's another big driver. So a big thank you to everyone that does come along. And whenever I do book a trip, I always make sure to mention it to you viewers across videos, in case you'd like to come along and say hi as well. Tom Locke says, what is it you love so much about Olympic coins, and what do you think of the Jersey Red Arrows 50p set from 2024? Jersey Red Arrows, I'm not sure. I tried my best not to look at coins from like Jersey, Guernsey, the Isle of Man, because although there are some really nice designs, there is a humongous volume that gets produced on an annual basis. To keep up with all of that would be extremely expensive, let alone just keeping up with the Royal Mint and their releases. So yeah, I don't know off the top of my head what those designs are, but hopefully they are lovely coins, just not something that I would actively go out and collect myself. What is it I like about Olympic coins? I don't know. It's there's some of the designs I really like. I love the gymnastics is my favorite design. I really like the wheelchair rugby. There's a whole range of really neat designs. I love the story to them as well. There's 29 coins in that set, all designed by members of the public. Some of the people who submitted designs submitted multiple designs, and their multiple designs were picked. Someone like Jonathan Olivier, I think his name was, who designed 2 or 3 of the Olympic 50p's, has gone on to work with the Royal Mint and has actually designed, I think it was the 2023 Britannia design, the 1 ounce and in silvers and golds and all the different weights. So it was nice to see that name reappear. So yeah, I like that there was an open public competition. I like that it's a nice big set that you want to complete. There are much rarer ones compared to the more common ones if you compare football to the archery. So yes, it's just a really nice collectible, exciting set of coins, and it's nice to come across an Olympic 50p in a coin hunt. So yeah, that's what it is I like about the Olympic 50p's, and hopefully I really want the Royal Mint to make another public design competition. I think that would bring eyes to the Royal Mint, would help potentially attract new collectors. But if you have an open public competition, it's got to go into circulation. You can't have a public competition to then not circulate that coin, right? That's my thoughts anyway. Okay, Makamula says, it's RRS, not RSS. I made the same blunder. Monopoly Strike Your 50p is out on the 30th of September. Yes, so it's RRS. So yeah, that's the Discovery. Is it Discovery? Now I'm starting to doubt myself. The £2 ship coin that came out, ship with a P, coin that came up quite recently. I'm excited to get my hands on it. I like that there's a couple of penguins in it. I think that's a cool little design on it. So yes, oopsie daisy there. Monopoly Strike Your Own. Yes, 30th of this month. I'm very excited for this one. As I said, it's a unique design to the Strike Your Own. You will not be able to, as far as we know, I have to caveat that in case they bring out another way of buying it. The only way you can get your hands on it is to go to the Royal Mint, do a tour and strike your own, or to buy it from someone that has done that tour. So yes, very exciting news. I'm very excited. The design is like the same design that was on the 1/40th of an ounce. It's the main character jumping over some tiles, I think. So that's what the design they're going to put on the Strike Your Own. I don't know why they've done it. Maybe they're trialing the idea of if we do more exclusive stuff for the Royal Mint experience, it will draw people in. They already have their Royal Mint exclusive proof £5 coin sets. Now we've got an exclusive coin, the second that I can think of, purposeful exclusive coin to Strike Your Own, because the 2018 Isaac Newton was only available as a Strike Your Own. So yeah, I think it's exciting. I can't wait to get down. I might go a couple of times before it runs off. Walking Darwin Award says, coin collecting requires a good level of organisation and attention to detail. Do you show that level in all aspects of your life? Are you fastidiously neat and tidy? Follow recipes to the letter, for example? No. I'm not very good. I'm not a very organised person. I am attention to the detail from time to time. I think it's things that you're passionate about. So I don't like cooking. I am not very good at cooking. If I am cooking something new, in addition to one of the maybe 10 or 15 things that I can cook, if I'm following a recipe, I will follow that recipe to the word, because I don't have the skill or understanding or knowledge to make a meal that's not something I know how to make already. I do a very nice cottage pie, but yeah, if you're asking me to make, I don't know, steamed salmon and couscous or something weird like that, I would have no clue where to even start, and I'd be more worried I would do myself a mischief not cooking things properly. So I would follow a recipe. But yeah, am I tidy? Oh my goodness, looking around my coin room, no. There it is, chaos in here, but that's because I'm working on a lot of things. There's a lot of things I've started working on that and moved on to that and this and and it just needs 20 minutes just to go right, sort up, tidy up. So yes, yes and no. Right, Paul Hoskins says, if you met someone, do you do selfies with them if asked? Yes, of course. This is my Royal Mint experience video. If you're a subscriber and or a viewer and you come along to the Royal Mint and you want a picture with me, then I am more than happy. I wouldn't say no to that. So I mean, unless I was like, there's been a couple of times where I've arrived, I've had a bit of a chat with people, and then I've got to go get onto my tour, and I've had to sort of leave people behind who aren't on that tour. So within any constraints, of course I wouldn't say no, unless, like I said, I had to be somewhere, I had to get on that tour because they are allowing people in. But yeah, I wouldn't be meaning to say no. Okay, Comdamter says that tub is from Aldi. It certainly is. My world coin hunt, I'm going through some coins. In fact, the tub is right here. It's almost empty now, but it was given to me by a relative, and yes, it is my tub, it's not their tub. These are amazing. And other supermarkets are available, but Aldi is my favourite, and the treats that are inside that tub, I don't think I've seen them in the shop anymore, but they were fantastic. Okay, we've got time for one more question. It says, hi Chris. So this is David Stockwell, who says, hi Christopher, long time watcher, a massive fan of these videos, and I have a question that I would like to know. Do you think that geographical location will increase your chances of finding a specific coin? You've said before in previous years that coins get released when availability is needed. If it is a commemorative coin that gets sent out, won't they be distributed in certain locations where it is needed, increasing the chance of being in a specific area? Love the videos. I hope you can answer. Yes and no. So you're right, when the Royal Mint these coins, they sit in their long store, they wait until there is demand somewhere in the country for the coins, and then they get sent out. So yes, if suddenly up in I don't know, Birmingham, they need there's a massive shortage of 50p's, and they send out a bunch of 50p's, and the ones that are next out of the long store are a bunch of Atlantic salmons, you're going to see an uptick in the Atlantic salmons in that location, but it's random though. It's not like planned releases in certain areas. Sometimes they have done that. Some of the Alphabet 10p's have been specifically circulated. The Angel of the North one around the Angel of the North, and some NHS ones were put into tills in, I think, cafes in the NHS and things like that. So sometimes there is specifically distributed coins, but over the longer term everything just gets mixed around, muddled around, sent to banks, sent to cash, and sent back out. It all gets mixed up and evenly or randomly distributed. So lots of people have said, if you're in Northern Ireland, does that increase your chance of getting a Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland £2 coin? Certainly not at all. It was 2002. That was eons ago now. People barely remember 2002. So yeah, by now they're so evenly mixed around that they're not going to be location specific, but yes, potentially. So I mean, when the Shakespeare started coming out of the Royal Mint and into circulation, you were finding a lot of Shakespeare comedies coming out, turning up in the videos of people doing coin hunts up in the north. That must just be where the demand was and where the £2 coins went. Whereas down south we were seeing virtually no Shakespeare comedies, but then I started seeing more Navy centenaries and Great Fire Londons and those kind of coins. So yeah, at certain points it can, at certain points it can't, but sometimes the Royal Mint just, the government wants to push specific commemorative coins out, and bags get sent to post offices up and down the country. So again, it's luck, it's random, it may do, it may not do, it depends as and when coins get released, but hopefully that is a fair answer to your question. Anyway, with that being said, let's go back to the coins and see what I found. Well, in terms of our finds then, we've got no Alphabet 10p's unfortunately, but 3 from Jersey. I don't remember what years they were. 2006, 2010 and 1992. A nice little range of different years there. 1 from Gibraltar. Very nice design there. What year is that? 1998. A Hungarian 10 forint. Close to a 10p, but not quite. Probably worth quite a bit less than 10p, but no. 2012 dated, and then this little error here. There's got a little blob just there that shouldn't be there. I find these on 10p's around the edges sometimes and in the design. They're not hugely valuable, but I think they're interesting oddities and I like to keep them when I find them. But there we go. No Alphabet 10p, but rewarded with a broad range of other interesting finds at least. Now, if you have been fortunate enough to find an Alphabet 10p, then let me know in the comments what you've been finding. There's normally a few people down there that have found them, despite having not found one. As usual, there's also links in the description of this video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to join me and other coin collectors over on that. You'll also find links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you'd like to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, the company I work for as my day job, so please check them out too. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!